ago, there was a magnificent country. A beautiful land where people celebrated freedom and a life free of fetters. This gave birth to a great many outstanding artists. These creators became wealthy through their works and made the country rich too. It was a picture of prosperity and exuberance. However, soon enough, the monster of greed began to sow evilness in the hearts of the people. Everyone wanted to be the next rich artist, and no one was willing to work a normal job. They squabbled over all matters, big and small, and their works became pretentious and hollow. The world became shrouded in darkness, and the once clear sky disappeared from view. It was at this time that a great artist gathered everyone together. He called on them to display their works publicly for honest comment and critique. At the gala, the shoddy and spurious works were criticized, and the works deserving of praise received their due. A total of 7 master artists were elected to govern the country, and the ceremony was held every 5 years after that. Since then, the once chaotic Amorphes has seen the emergence of a new order. Now, a master puppet maker has inherited the mantle of one of the 7 master artists. She threaded the silk through the joints of the puppets, combed their hair with her slender fingers, and named them with her most exquisite voice. Luke, the younger sister. Mintha, the elder sister. These are the best works among all her creations. Mintha takes care of the household chores where the maker resides with other ladies, while Luke renders her meticulous service in their daily life. When the maker is absent, Mintha evaluates the examinee on her behalf, while Luke welcomes the visitors at the door with manners that even that lady cannot find fault with. A lift of the finger. They're nothing for her best puppets. Don't you think, Mintha? I would have to agree with you, Luke. This is the story of Luke and Mintha, the most outstanding maids in the Society of Muses.
A long, long time ago. So long ago that even he cannot remember how long it has been. A boy woke up and found himself in a garden full of golden apples. He looked at the apples hanging all over the garden, wondering who had planted these trees. He looked at the rows of fences around him, wondering who had trapped him here. One day, he looked up at the profoundly blue sky, and there, within the clouds, he discovered a whole other world. A wide open world. A world where people laughed and cried. A world where they experienced joy and sorrow. For the very first time, he realized that he had other options than just thinking about those two unanswerable questions. What a pleasure it was to just sit there and watch the scenes of life unfold on the other side. Soon enough, however, the boy discovered something else. Over there, people's lives were ordinary and repetitive. Their world was clearly so much larger. So why did it seem like nothing more than a narrow cage? The boy grew tired. He realized that they were concerned with only one question, even one less than he. They were afraid of anything new, moving around each other in small and pitiful circles. Half the time, they would close their eyes and just lie there, doing nothing. So boring. So terribly boring. He muttered to himself, and then unfurled his wings. He soared through the clouds and into the vortex, disregarding the burning pain, and arrived at the other side of the heavens. This was how the stuffy world welcomed a ray of light. The boy traveled around, telling ordinary people what the true meaning of life was. He gained a group of loyal believers, leaving scriptures that were handed down from generation to generation. He transformed the world and set it on the right path. People sought to become a better version of themselves. They broke free of their chains, and interesting and wonderful stories happened everywhere, and all the time. It was also on this journey that the boy met a girl who thought the same way as him. The girl had long, beautiful silver hair that was tied into a lovely ponytail. Like the boy, she had no need to close her eyes half the time. Her eyes were big and bright, and like the boy's, they sparkled with curiosity about the future. The like-minded pair traveled far and wide with no disputes. Only joy accompanied them on their journey. The girl said to the boy, "You are the most interesting being I've ever met. I want you to always be by my side, now and forever." The boy readily agreed. He shed no tears for the golden garden behind him, and cared even less about his scars and bruises. As long as the girl needed him, he was happy to stay with her. However, the girl's words were nothing but lies. She took advantage of the boy's unquestioning attitude and dripped a golden magic liquid into his eyes. The boy, who had not closed his eyes since he woke up in the garden, fell unconscious, and only came to several years later. He had been trapped inside a mirror, and the girl was nowhere to be seen. The paradise relapsed in the dearth of its evangelist. The despicable had prevailed. The boy wandered with the mirror for 100 years, and never saw the girl again. He could not understand why she had lied to him and trapped him in the mirror. But because he never got an answer, he could not bring himself to hate her.